Now this illustration deals with note 4 to table 220.55. And how would we apply note 4 based upon the number of ranges, cooktops, ovens, whatever you may have on the circuit? Now, to get into this, first let's look at the NEC loop. The demand based upon connected, we'd find in the note 4 to table 220.55. The taps that we would make, because we're hardwiring, would be in 210.19A as an Apple III exception 1, and we can make taps off of the circuits that you see in that illustration because we're hardwiring. You say, no, we're going to card and plug connect. Then you would go to 220.14B as in boy if you card and plug connect. Now, with that thought in mind, we have a 8 kW, a 10 kW, and a 12 kW. Now, we want one circuit going over to feed all three of those, one branch circuit. That's the concept of note 4. And you as an electrician have that option. You can go through there and place your ranges in the column A, B, or C, or in the notes, whatever meets your need of your design. But the question is, what is the demand load in VA for a branch circuit that serves 8 kW, 10 kW, and a 12 kW oven? So you have two ovens, 10 and 12, then you have 8 kW cooktop that you want this branch circuit to supply, either tapping, hardwiring the units, or card and plug connecting the units were permissible. So note 2 would be actually how we come up with the VA, but let's look at the procedure first in step 1. We have the kW rating of 8, 10, and 12 added together is 30. Now you take one 12 kW range, so to speak, what we're doing, one 12 kW. Subtract that from the 30 and you have 18 kW. The note 4 says, all right, there's a 5% demand. So 5% of 18 is 90%. So now you take 190% times the 8 kV when converted from kW to kVA, like 220.5 in that area tells us to do. And we do the math, we come up with 15,200. Divide that by 240 volt, and that's the size of your branch circuit in VA that would be routed over, and then you could tap off of that branch circuit. But you got to follow the rules and requirements in note 4 to table 220.55 when you want one branch circuit, for example, which is kind of typical in a lot of these dwelling units, residential, where you have a cooktop, one oven, or two ovens, depending on the requirements that's on the plans. So this figure 14-9 is simply showing the application of note 4 to table 220.55 when one branch circuit is feeding the oven, two ovens, and a cooktop, as you see in the illustration. Then you see we went through in volume 1 how to size those junction boxes where the wire was number 6 or smaller. We went through all that. You see your tap rules up there. So I don't think there's anything missing on this illustration for this application of note 4 to table 220.55, and that's what our figure 14-9 is illustrating.